Greetings and welcome to Clash of the Titans 2, Day 2, Survivalists 2. This is Gib Slater. Let's get right into it. At the end of Day 2, we had 36 zombies throw themselves at our 87 defenses. None got in. There were no deaths. We're going to move right along to the big news of the day. During Day 2, we found our ruin. However, it happens to be 26 AP away from town in the furthest northwest corner. Yeah, great placement there. We got ourselves an abandoned hotel, and as you can see from this zone hover, there's already big activity up there. We had 5 different people head to the ruin once it was found, so they could go ahead and search the ruin. And I'll just zone hover again here to show right on the ruin at this point in time. This is a shot of From Dusk Till Dawn, much earlier in the day 2. Right at that moment, Devlin and Perpetual Sin are sitting right on top of the ruin, and just off to the south here, Belagar and Harry Pot are waiting in the wings, and just a little further east is Raynor. Everybody is getting ready to take their turn throughout Day 2 to take a crack at our ruin to see what we can discover. And after several runs in, this is what we discovered. Nice looking abandoned hotel map. You can see in the northern parts of the hotel we have 4 unlocked doors that are very easy and quick to reach that we can continue to search until depletion. However, the southern part of the map, you can see there, contains several locked doors, and I suppose we're going to have to try to attempt to find some keys in order to open them up. But just shortly after discovering the ruin and some very well coordinated plans by those above named people, we've got most of it mapped already, and we should be able to hit it several times. Don't ask how. We're going to have several hits on our abandoned hotel that is 26 AP away from town. That is a trade secret, and I would only be willing to give that up for a very serious bribe. So please leave comments with your bribes and I will get back to you. But let's move on to the other clearing that was accomplished during Day 2. Let's look again here at the From Dusk Till Dawn map from Day 2. You can see that we pretty much, after Day 2 began, reopened all of our 9 AP diamond for the most part, re-explored the areas that were covered on Day 1, and then some. The big focus of the day were the southwest and the northwest. And when we were searching the northwest, that is what led to discovering of our ruin. But focusing here on the other major clearing attempt is we want this back end behind our town cleared away, and so the big focus was to clear and discover as much of the southwest down there as we could. And it was a several person effort. It was myself, it was Stereotomy, and again with the name Bercy Mandelu is what I'm just going to call him. Now here, according to the map, you can see only Bercy is currently there at that time. I had already returned home after that, but we did cover this corner down here. We were a little disappointed. We thought that there were 2 buildings down in the southwest to be found. I discovered one when I had fired off the radius radar beacon, but we were certain that there was another one because of a very strange event. On Day 1, there seemed to be 1 zombie in this very zone right here, -4, -5, and we just did not think that it was possible for that zone to, or that Z to have spawned from this zone at -6, -7, which is still currently a buried building at this point. So there must have been another building, but no, there's not. The 1 Z we saw at the end of Day 1 right here at -4, -5 obviously spawned from that building down there. And this kind of befuddled pretty much all of us, as nobody had said they'd ever seen a diagonal direction like that that far out. But hey, guess what? It can happen. We discovered that, and there's the one building and nothing else. And I think we did a pretty good job of clearing the zombies down there. I used my vicious uppercut and some weapons to help clear that area out. Stereotomy and Bercy also was down there finishing up the cleaning and the exploring. We also managed to reopen these areas here on day 2 throughout the map, all around, and we have got the above list of buildings so far as of day 2 on our map. The abandoned construction site, and you'll see them flash as I hover over them. There's the abandoned hotel up there in the far northwest corner. That's our explorable ruin. The buried building that I found with the beacon. There is a citizen's home right next to our town. A construction site shelter there in the northwest of the 9 AP Diamond. Derelict villa just a little bit further north of that. Destroyed pharmacy to the southeast. Fraser D's Kebabish almost straight east out. Looted supermarket just almost straight west out. And the Scottish Smith's superstore to the northeast. Day 2, we decided we're going to start camping these buildings, and here is the rundown of who did what. Starting with Teeny Rex is planning on camping the construction site shelter on day 2, and down here, Kenneth is going to be doing the honors on the destroyed pharmacy. Up here at the derelict villa, we have Doc and Wakia, but it's Doc, tick-tock, I don't know. Doc is going to be the one doing the honors, but you can see that he and Wakia are here auto-searching that zone. But before day 2 ended, he hopped over onto the Derrick Villa and was going to be camping that. Same story over here on the Scottish Smith Superstore. We have got off to the side Marine Fury auto-searching, and before day 2 closed, he hopped over back onto the Superstore to secure that one. So we've got Teeny Rex, Kenneth, Doc, and Marine Fury camping 4 of our 9 AP or near 9 AP diamond buildings, so we can retrieve those blueprints and check them out. We're going to hold on to them like most people do before the ruin up there is fully explored. We're going to hold on to everything other than common blueprints. Any common blueprints that are discovered either out in the world beyond or in a building, we're going to hold on to so we don't get duplicates. I don't think that's a big trade secret. Pretty much everybody knows that now. I do have some high hopes, we all do, for the construction shite, that's probably a bad word in some language, construction site shelter, as you can get a hacksaw from there. I know some of our competitors have already gotten a hacksaw, and as of this point on day 2, we have not. So we're going to have to try to send some people that way to hit it and, hope we get that darn thing. I wanted to move on and I'm not going to spend as much time on this as I did on day 1. Just a really quick overview of day 2, very early day 3 of all of the towns. You can see some names have begun to appear here real quick. The Revenge of the Inglorious Bastions, the Guardian Town. The Scavengers have chosen to go with Servants of the Silver Shovel. Very distinguished sounding. And then there's the Camouflaged Mounds of 1,000 Crow statues. The Scouty Scouts doing a little shout out to the Crow. Survivalists 1 have not chosen a specific name yet. I camped your mum, the inside joke that turned into our name. Doing it doggy style is Tamer 1 Town. My dog camped your mum. That's really disturbing, guys. Really original, too. I wonder where you got that idea from. Barricaded Hill of Techno Vikings is our technicians. But let's do some quick spying real quick. Let's see how things are going for everybody else out there. This is the Guardians, Revenge of the Inglorious Bastions. Now keep in mind, this is several hours after the attack. This is technically day 3, but it's probably fairly close to kind of what it looked like on day 2. This is how well they're doing there, and I'm not going to read off every little bit. You can see that for yourself. But the big news for these guys is they lost someone else. Buddy Christ died day 2. I don't know the circumstances, whether it was camping death or cyanide or who knows. I know the name Buddy Christ. I've seen him in the forums. I love his avatar. That picture of Jesus with the thumbs up. You know the guy. Very funny looking avatar. But yes, that's the Guardians right there and their progress so far. Let's hop on over real quick and take a look at the Servants. I was remembering from their video that they were saying that they had some concerns about choosing the name Servants because it sounded subservient. But no, guys, I think that's a pretty cool name. I mean, it's like I said, it's really kind of like highfalutin. So this is what's going on so far. Early day 3 for the Servants of the Silver Shovel, our scavengers. And I don't think, they unfortunately had a death too. Cleath did not make it. Again, don't know the circumstances there, so they too now join the list of towns with some deaths. Sorry to hear that, guys. Survivalists, nope, scouts. Still no deaths in the Crow Statues town. That's their stuff right there. How they're doing so far, you can see that here and on Oval Office. Now, on to our direct competitors, Survivalists 1, who have not chosen a camped your mom's dog name or anything like that yet. This is ooh, look at that. That's a very interesting. This kind of looks like one of those fish that's got that electric light that hangs over their head. You ever see that Pixar movie Finding Nemo, and they were down there and they almost got eaten by the deep sea fish that had the light on it? That's kind of what that looks like. It's kind of interesting. I wonder what they're doing there. That's a very interesting path that they've taken. They've got a couple of buildings up in their far northwest corner, really far from town. So have fun with getting to that one there. Now we've seen enough of us, so I'm actually going to skip over us. Go straight to Tamers 1, doing it doggy style. Boy, that's just nice. There's their map, early day 3, and what they've got going on in their bank. They have no deaths either. I think Tamers 1 is going to be a very direct threat to us. Good job, guys. Keep it up. Tamers 2, they've got themselves, unfortunately, some serious deaths on day 2. They didn't have any on day 1, but Macy, Tetsub, and Zumbi fell. Again, I have no idea how, but sorry to hear that, guys. That's a really hard hit to take so early on. That's their map there. Last but not least, the Viking Techs, our technician town, and what they're doing. Real quick, just look at their map. They too have no deaths. Very good job, guys. That's 2 days, no deaths. They got some red going on, though, so that's kind of concerning there. It's not a lot, but you really never want to see red, especially early on. You want to get some good clearing within your 9 AP diamond. So that's that there. I wanted to show one other thing here before I wrapped it up. Some of our fun threads that we're doing in our forums. I did a Strippy Poker thread in Clash of the Titans 1. I brought it back for Clash of the Titans 2. This is the beginning of it. I won't read through it, but you can read it yourself. Those are the rules. We play 5-card draw, and if you don't have the highest hand, you gotta lose a piece of clothes. And for your treat, sorry Devlin, I have to do it. It's such a great post. I have to put this up here. When Devlin had to take something off, this is what she posted there. So very good job, everybody. Have fun, and please don't die tonight.